This tutorial describes the operation of the wind tunnel C15-10, which is utilized to understand inviscid, incompressible, steady state, and subsonic fluid flow. In general, wind tunnels allow a controlled environment to simulate airflow over various objects, optimize designs, and conduct fundamental research regarding fluid dynamics. By subjecting models to different airflow condition factors such as lift, drag, stability, control, and model design can be assessed. For instance, this short video shows a test regarding human tolerance to wind blast carried out by the U.S. Navy in 1946. This device is a subsonic wind tunnel that operates in a velocity range between 0 and 32 meters per second. Due to its design, the internal pressure is below the atmospheric pressure. The main components of this wind tunnel are a 50 centimeter square inlet that contains a flow straightener in order to smooth the flow and induce fully developed conditions within the test region. The inlet transitions into the test region through a size reduction with contraction ratio of 9 to 4 to 1. The test section, which is a 15 centimeter square by 45.5 centimeters long, is the central portion of the wind tunnel, where test models, test specimens, and measurement instruments are placed for fluid dynamic testing. It is designed to provide a uniform and controlled airflow around the test object. It also features roof tappings and a lateral window for access. The discharge and a variable fan speed are located at the other end of the wind tunnel. The fan generates the airflow within the tunnel. The location of the fan helps decrease turbulence. Due to its design, the internal pressure is below the atmospheric pressure. A static pressure sensor is located on the far side at the onset of the test region. This sensor is connected to the incline manometer and the electric manometer. The next component, which is the incline manometer, can be utilized to measure the static pressure head loss within the tunnel. The incline manometer uses water, features a 30-degree slope, and 2 millimeter markings and 10 millimeter markings. The manometer has 12 tubes. The first one correlates to the static pressure measured by the static sensor located on the back of the test region. The static tube is connected to the pressure sensor through this clear hose. The 11th and 12th tubes are open to the atmosphere and indicate the atmospheric pressure. The other tubes can be connected to measurement instruments and models. The student can read the wind tunnel manual for more details. Before any measurement, set the tube water levels to a defined value by twisting the screw on the reservoir. A value of 20 millimeters typically works for all experiments. The reading displayed on the incline manometer accounts for the incline angle. No trigonometric conversion is needed to document the height of the reading. The electrical console provides power and communication with the computer through software. The software controls the fan speed, records data, and serves as the user interface. In this video, we will describe multiple activities which utilize the C15-10 wind tunnel and the corresponding software. Note that additional settings and values can be required for other laboratory activities. Refer to the laboratory guide for specific details. Before operating the machine, make sure to wear safety goggles and adhere to laboratory safety rules. Verify that no objects or obstruction are present at the inlet and outlet of the tunnel. Never insert objects through the inlet and outlet, especially if the fan is spinning. Set the water level at 20 millimeters in the incline manometer. Note that additional water levels for other laboratory activities and filling of the water reservoir may be required. Next, we will begin preparing the wind tunnel and instruments for carrying out the experiments. Switch on the residual current device RCD ST1500VA located under the table. Turn on the main power switch located on the IFD7 interface console. The power switch will light up. Turn on the main power switch located on the C15-12 electric manometer module. The switch light should be off. The switch on the C15-12 console will illuminate only when the appropriate software is open. Turn on the computer connected to the wind tunnel. Log in using your University of Arizona Net ID. Open the software C15-12 wind tunnel with manometer. We will now follow the procedure for carrying the first activity of the laboratory guide, which corresponds to Exercise A in the operation manual and software. Read the standing operating procedure for specific details about the activity. The objective of Activity A is to measure the static pressure with the incline manometer as fan powers vary from 0 to 100% and calculate the fluid velocity. The measured and calculated values will be compared with those provided by the software. In the software interface, load exercise A by selecting the first item of the list. Verify that the watchdog-enabled indicator is activated. If not, inform the instructor before proceeding with next steps. If the fan speed is different from 0%, decrease the speed with the arrows until reaching 0%. Insert the value of the ambient temperature in the box ambient temp. The lab temperature is displayed by the temperature sensor located on the lab's north wall. Click on 0 to zero the static pressure inside the wind tunnel. Turn on the fan by clicking Fan On. Use the up and down arrows to gradually increase the fan speed until the required airspeed is indicated. That is 0%, 10%, 20%, and so on. This activity requires taking data at increments of 10% starting from 0%. Allow time for the fan to stabilize at each speed by waiting 1 minute before recording data. First measurement is at fan speed of 0 meters per second. After setting the specified fan power and waiting for the stabilization, read the manometer and register the height change. Repeat this measurement for every fan power setting. Once the speed and static pressure values have stabilized, read and take note of the height difference between the static port and port 11 or 12 on the incline manometer. Once the manometer, velocity, and pressure readings settle, click on Go icon to take measurements. The data taken can be seen by clicking on the box Table. Repeat this procedure until 11 measurements have been performed. First measurement is at fan speed of 0%. Save the data as a .vts, .txt, and .xls files by clicking on the Save As icon. The file with extension .vts is required for accessing the data with the wind tunnel software. Save all files in a portable flash drive or cloud service. Repeat the steps above for a total of 3 trials. Be sure to save the data from the software in each trial as well as the values manually recorded from the incline manometer. The data collection for this activity is complete. Verify the data has been saved and begin to properly shut off the machine. Gradually reduce the fan speed to 0%. Turn off the fan. Close the C15-11 wind tunnel with manometer software. Turn off the main power switch on the C15-12 module. Turn off the main power switch on the IFD7 module. Turn off the RCD located under the table. Sign out and turn off the computer.